Hi, welcome to High School Challenge 2013. Very enthusiastic audience, as always. This is our 36th year of producing academic competition at Tompkins Cortland Community College, and as it has been for the past few years, CSEA is donating a $3,000 top prize to the winner of High School Challenge, and these teams both still have a chance to be that winner. This is the number 3 seed against the number 6 seed, Ithaca against Montrose B. Let's meet the team from Montrose and their captain, Joseph Vaccaro.
Hi, I'm Joe Vaccaro, and I hope everyone does well in this match, but my team especially.
Hi, I'm Anna Rusesky, and I like donuts.
Hi, I'm Kira Karpov, and I am proud to be a nerd.
I'm Amy Kushri, I like to speak French.
That's great, and the coach of Montrose is John Koloski. Now let's meet the team from Ithaca and their captain, Irit Hukkuravilla.
Hi, I'm Irit Hukkuravilla, and I want to protect the world from devastation.
I'm Andrew Robertson, anti-idol peoples within one nation.
My name is Jensen, and I denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above, I'm neither Jesse nor James. I'm Teddy Morris-Nauer.
Yes, indeed. And the team from Ithaca is coached by a man with a lot of patience, Ben Kirk. All right, teams, we're ready to play here in this quarterfinal match. And we start with nothing but toss-ups in our first round. They're 5 and 10 pointers, so they're a little bit easier. Let's start with a 5-pointer. This capital city, or the capital city rather, was created when 2 cities on opposite sides of the Danube merged.
Ithaca, Andrew.
Budapest, Hungary.
Hungary is what we're looking for, but that's consultation, so we're going to have to let that one go. For 10 points, increasing from left to right and from the bottom to the top of the periodic table, this property is highest in fluorine.
Ithaca, Irit.
Electronegativity.
That is correct. For 5 points, during the 18th and early 19th century, Viennese physician Franz Mesmer attempted to cure patients using what he called animal magnetism. His name is the source of the verb
Ithaca, Irit.
To hypnotize.
Hypnotize is what we were looking for. That was well anticipated, Irit. For 10 points, their chromaffin cells secrete catecholamines, while their cortexes release corticosteroids. Name this pair of endocrine glands that produce aldosterone.
Ithaca, Jensen.
Adrenal glands.
The adrenal glands is correct for 10. I have a 10-point language toss-up now. I want you to translate this sentence. Se me olvidó el libro.
Montrose, Joseph.
I remember the book.
I'm sorry, no. Can you take it? Ithaca.
Ithaca, Irit.
I read the book.
I forgot the book. It's the opposite. Actually, they say the book forgot itself to me. It's not my fault. For 5 points. A 45, 45, 90 right triangle has legs of length 4. What is the length of the...
Ithaca, Irit.
4 times the square root of 2.
That's correct for 5 points rather. Triangle's hypotenuse. For 5 points, until ratification of the 12th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, how were vice presidents chosen?
Montrose, Kira.
Whatever the candidate was that lost would become the candidate who won vice president, yes.
See if you can give that to me a little bit better.
There were 2 candidates running. One of them...
Okay, I'll accept.
Okay.
Okay. If there were just 2 candidates, that would be the correct answer. It's the second highest number of electoral votes, so we'll give you credit for that. For 5 points, electrons in the same orbital must have opposite signs for this quantity according to the Pauli exclusion principle.
Ithaca, Irit.
Spin.
Spin is correct, Irit, for 5. I have a visual toss-up now. I want you to watch your monitor for 3 clues to a word or its homophone.
Montrose, Joseph.
Jockey.
I'm sorry, no. Can you take it?
Ithaca, Teddy.
Rain.
Rain is correct, spelled R-E-I-G-N, R-E-I-N, or R-A-I-N. For 5 points, what rhyming phrase with rain in it did Professor Henry Higgins use to teach Eliza Doolittle?
Montrose, Joseph.
Rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
That is correct, Joseph, for 5. And that brings us to the end of the first round. What is our score after one round of play?
After one round of play, Ithaca 45, Montrose 10.
Okay, 35 points separating the teams. Round 2 is the answer auction. That means, Montrose, you'll have first bid in the answer auction. Here's the answer auction question. The state of Hawaii is made up of hundreds of smaller volcanic islands, but only 8 major islands. How many of them can you name? While they're making up their minds on their opening bids, I will tell the folks at home that the high bidding team must then give that number of correct answers without giving an incorrect answer in order to earn 40 points. If they can't do that, the second team must give just one correct answer not already given to earn 20 points. And if they can't do that, the original high bidder gets the 20. So you have the opening bid. Joseph, what are you giving us? How many bids?
1.
1. Will you go 2, Irit?
2.
They'll go 2. Will you go 3?
Yes.
They'll go 3. Will you go 4?
Andrew, do we go for? What? 4 or not? Decide.
Captain?
No, we'll let you have 3.
They're going to give it to you for 3, Joe. Go with it.
Oahu,
1,
Maui,
2.
Honolulu.
Sorry, no. Give me one that hasn't been given.
What?
Say it aloud to him, Andrew.
Hawaii.
Hawaii, yes, the big island. The others are Kauai, Molokai, Lanai, Niihau, and Kaho'olawe.
That's 20 points on the rebound for Ithaca, which gives them a 65-10 lead after 2 rounds.
All right, let's see what happens in our third round, which is toss-ups and bonuses. Answer a toss-up correctly. Your team gets a chance at a bonus worth 20 points. We'll be back with that round in a moment on TC3's High School Challenge 2013. Is that score official, Scott?
Yes, it is. Ithaca leads 65-10 going into round 3.
All right, we are ready to get toss-ups and bonuses going here. Our first bonus is in the category Steel, S-T-E-E-L, I will say. And here's our toss-up for 10. She announced in January that she would abdicate at the end of April, paving the way for her son Willem-Alexander to become the first king of the Netherlands in more than a century.
Ithaca, Andrew.
Queen Beatrix.
Beatrix is correct for 10 points, and here's your bonus, Ithaca, in the category Steel. In order to save other metals for war production, which coins minted in 1943 and 44 were made of steel?
Why would we make pennies with steel?
Captain?
I think pennies were. Okay, fine. Nickels.
Pennies. Sometimes you trust your teammates. 10 to 20% level of what element added to steel makes it stainless?
Titanium.
Captain, your answer?
Titanium.
It is chromium. Evidence suggests that what civilization produced heat-treated steel implements 1,000 years before the rest of the world?
I agree. Hittites.
Excuse me?
Hittites.
I'm sorry, no, it's the Chinese. And finally, the color of the hypocycloids on the helmets of the Pittsburgh Steelers represent the elements involved in commercial production of steel: coal, iron ore, and scrap steel. What are those colors?
Defer.
Black and yellow.
Sorry, yellow, orange, and blue.
That's no points on the bonus.
Latin American authors, the category of the next bonus. Here's the toss-up for 10. This phenomenon is caused by intermolecular forces, so it is much stronger in liquids with polar molecules. Name this phenomenon which causes a meniscus.
Ithaca, Irit.
Surface tension.
That is correct, Irit. Meniscus to form on top of liquids, and it causes water to form drops. Here's your Latin American authors bonus, Ithaca. I'll name 4 pairs of authors. You tell me which country each pair represents. Octavio Paz and Laura Esquivel.
Mexico.
Mexico is correct. Good guess.
I wasn't
Pablo
against.
Neruda and Gabriela Mistral.
Chile, yes. Chile.
Chile is correct. Manuel Ugarte and Jose Luis Borges.
Bolivia. Argentina.
Argentina is correct. And Giocondo Belli and Ruben Dario.
Bolivia.
Nicaragua.
15 points on the bonus.
Well done, though. Tough bonus. Senator is the category of the next bonus. Here's the toss-up for 10. There are 3 10-letter adjectives beginning with A that mean extra. Spell any of them.
Ithaca, Irrit.
A-D-D-I-T-I-O-N-A-L.
I'm sorry, no.
I'd accept that.
Give it to me again, please.
Spell it again, please.
A-D-D-I-T-I-O-N-A-L.
I'd accept that, yes.
It's not 10 letters.
Yes, it is.
A-D-D-I-T-I-O-N-A-L. Yes, it is.
Yes,
Sorry.
that's acceptable.
We had ancillary, accessory, and auxiliary, but we will accept additional. Well done. Here's your bonus in the category Senators. I'll name the men and women representing 4 different states in the Senate for 5 points apiece. You name the states. First, Mitch McConnell and Rand Paul.
Is Rand Paul from Iowa? Is Rand Paul from Iowa?
Differ.
Iowa.
No, they're from Kentucky. Lisa Murkowski and Mark Begich.
Missouri, right?
Missouri.
They're from Alaska. Carl Levin and Debbie Stabenow.
I'm a state.
Oklahoma.
They're from Michigan. Richard Blumenthal and Chris Murphy.
And another state.
Montana.
The answer is Connecticut.
No points on the bonus.
Physical quantities, the category of the last bonus. Here's the toss-up for 10. I want you to name the northernmost U.S. state capital.
Ithaca, Andrew.
Juneau.
Juneau is correct. Juneau, Alaska. And here's your physical quantities bonus. Ithaca, for 5 points apiece. Identify each of the following from the information I give you. First, it measures the instantaneous rate of change of velocity with respect to time.
Acceleration.
Yes, it is the instantaneous rate of change of acceleration with respect to time.
Jerk.
Jerk is correct. We would have accepted jolt, surge, or lurch. It's the ratio of the net force applied to an object to acceleration.
Mass.
Mass is correct. And finally, if the acceleration is 0 for a reference frame, then it is said to be this type of reference frame where the laws of physics hold.
Inertial.
Excuse me?
Inertial.
Inertial is correct.
All 20 points on the bonus.
Okay, didn't like the Senator's bonus much, but liked physical quantities. And that brings us to the end of round 3. Scott, what's our score, please?
It is 140 to 10 in favor of Ithaca going into round 4.
All right, still lots of points available in our last 2 rounds. The next round is the category round where teams get to choose one of 4 categories and try to answer 10 questions in 60 seconds. Categories are Japan, Mexico, Spain, and not exactly world cities. We'll be back to see which categories they choose and how well they do with those questions on TC3's High School Challenge 2013. Scott, what's our official score after 3 rounds?
After 3 rounds, Ithaca 140, Montrose 10.
All right, Montrose, you have first choice of categories in this round. Those categories, again, were Japan, Mexico, Spain, and not exactly world cities. What are you choosing, Joe?
Not exactly world cities.
Okay, remember, every answer will sound like the name of a world city. Ready with the timer? Start the timer, please. Who abducted Helen of Troy?
Paris.
Yes. What relation is my brother's daughter to me?
Nice.
Nice.
Yes. Who wrote the best-selling song of all time?
Pass.
What verb is a synonym for ramble or wander?
Sounds like a world city. Is it Babel? Babel?
Babel.
No. What is a perfumed toilet water?
Pass.
What is a just-opened eatery featuring cold-cut sandwiches and drinks?
Deli.
Yes. What's the spiritual part of human beings?
Soul.
Soul? Yes. What was the first name of the hero of A Tale of Two Cities?
London.
No. Translate White House into Spanish.
Casablanca.
Yes. What was the first name of the star of Two Women, Houseboat, and Marriage Italian Style?
Pass.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's 5, so
50 points. Ithaca, a chance to steal 50 if you can get these immediately.
thing I
Who
can
wrote
think
the
of is Cologne.
best-selling song of all
I
time?
knew some others.
Captain?
What?
Best-selling song of all time. Who wrote it?
Michael Jackson.
Boston.
Berlin. Irving Berlin. It was White Christmas. What verb is a synonym for ramble or wander?
Rome.
Rome is correct. What's a perfume toilet water?
Cologne.
Cologne is correct. And what was the first name of the hero of A Tale of Two Cities?
Charles.
Sydney Carton. What was the name of the first name of the star of Two Women, Houseboat, and Marriage Italian Style?
Michael Jackson.
How about Sophia Loren, Sofia, Bulgaria.
22nd chance points for Ithaca.
Okay, you got 20 on their category. What are you choosing for your own, Erit?
Japan.
Japan, okay. Ready with the timer? Start the timer, please. Name one of the two European nations who were allowed to trade with Japan in the 16th and 17th centuries.
Portugal.
Yes. Which mountain dominates the harbor of Yokohama?
Mount Fuji.
Yes. Which Japanese island's name means mainland?
No. Hokkaido.
No. Besides Tokyo and Yokohama, name a Japanese city with more than 1 million inhabitants.
Osaka.
Yes. Which political party was in power in Japan from 1955 to 1993?
The Liberal Democrats.
Yes. 99.4% of Japan's inhabitants are Japanese. Which ethnic group makes up 0.5% of the population?
Chinese.
No. Which city counts its Peace Festival, first held in 1947, as its most important event?
Hiroshima.
Yes. The city of Kobe is famous for which specific protein product?
Beef.
Yes. In 1868, Tokyo replaced which city as Japan's capital?
Kyoto.
Yes. Which Tokyo street is world famous as a shopping district? Okay, well done. Not Michael Jackson. So you got
70 points.
2, 70 points. Chance to steal 30 Montrose if you can give me these answers. Which Japanese island's name means mainland?
Myokoto.
Honshu. 99.4% of Japan's inhabitants are Japanese. Which ethnic group makes up 0.5% of the population?
Caucasian.
Koreans. And finally, which Tokyo street is world famous as a shopping district?
Kenosha.
The Ginza.
It's no second chance points.
Tough category. And that brings us to the end of round 4. Scott, what's our score, please?
230 to 60 in favor of Ithaca with 1 round to go.
All right, we have 1 round to go, and that is the round in which we have nothing but tough toss-ups. They're worth 10 and 15 points apiece. We'll be back with that in a moment on TC3's High School Challenge 2013. Round 5 coming up after we check the score. What's our score, please, Scott?
It is 230 to 60 in favor of Ithaca.
All right, still plenty of points in this round. Montrose, chance for a comeback. Let us see what happens when we go to nothing but toss-ups. Let's have hands on buzzers, no consultation. Here we go. For 15 points, the study of the force controlled by these particles, of which 8 are known to exist, is called quantum chromodynamics. Hypothetical hadrons composed of them are called glue balls. What are these?
Ithaca, Erit.
Gluons.
Gluons, what we're looking for. That's correct, Erit. For 15 points, reindeer are domesticated animals found in the Arctic and subarctic regions of North America, Europe, and Asia. Essentially, the same animal in the wild is called what?
Ithaca, Erit.
An elk.
I'm sorry, no. Can you take it, Montrose?
Montrose, Amy.
A deer.
It's called a caribou. For 10 points, in 1959, the USSR launched MECTA. 2 months later, the U.S. launched Pioneer the Fourth. Both missiles missed their target, which was what?
Ithaca, Andrew.
The moon?
Yes.
Yes, the moon. Sorry, had a little trouble hearing you, Andrew. That's correct. For 10 points, states have the right to set their own highway speed limits. 70 is generally the highest speed limit in states east of the Mississippi, but several western states post limits of 75 on some interstates. Which western state has a statewide limit of 60 miles per hour on all its roads?
Ithaca, Eric.
California.
Not California, definitely not. It may be 60, but only if the traffic is so hard that nobody can get by.
Montrose, Kira.
Nevada.
Oh, it's Hawaii. We always forget Hawaii's out there in the middle of the ocean. For 10 points, these occur in the 3' to 5' direction on the lagging strand and are linked by DNA.
Ithaca, Jensen.
Okazawa fragments.
Say it again.
Okazawa fragments.
Incorrect.
Can you take it, Montrose? I'll finish it. Name these short segments of DNA created during DNA replication, named for a Japanese scientist. And Jensen got the Japanese scientist's name wrong. It's Okazaki fragments. Have an audio toss-up. I want you to listen to this and name the group.
Montrose, Kira.
Sorry, no. Keep listening. Oh, how soon they forget. That is the most popular group of all time, the Beatles. Okay, we move on. Here is our next toss-up for 10 points. Alaska was the 49th state to join the U.S. Hawaii was the 50th. Which state was the 40th?
Ithaca, Teddy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 51st. When that's Wyoming.
Tom.
Sorry, no. Which state was the 48th, Montrose?
Montrose, Joseph.
Utah.
Arizona. For 15 points, Peter the Elder, Peter the Younger, Jan the Elder, Jan the Younger, and Jan Peter. They were all Flemish painters of the 16th and 17th century.
Ithaca, Teddy.
Bruegel.
Bruegel or Bruegel is correct for 15 points. Shared that same last name. For 15 points, of the countries of South America, only one uses the euro as its currency.
Ithaca, Andrew.
French Guiana.
French Guiana is correct, Andrew. Well done. It's not an independent nation. It's an overseas region of France. For 15 points, in 2011, he played only 12 games before sitting out the rest of the season with a severe knee injury. In 2012, he was the NFL MVP after a season in which he came within 9 yards of breaking Eric Dickerson's long-standing season rushing record. Name this Minnesota Viking.
Ithaca, Teddy.
Adrian Peterson.
Adrian Peterson is correct, Teddy. Almost waited too long, but you got it in time. For 10 points, he was the first U.S. president to wear long trousers to his inauguration, and they didn't wear his shorts. He wore knee breeches. He was also the only president to serve in the House of Representatives after his presidency. Who was this man who began his single term in 1825?
Montrose, Kira.
John Adams.
More specific.
John C. Adams.
I'm sorry, no. Can you take it?
Ithaca, Eric.
John Quincy Adams.
John Quincy Adams, the son. For 15 points, listen to this sentence and tell me what's grammatically wrong with it, if anything. The main criteria for academic success is studying assiduously.
Ithaca, Teddy.
It should be R.
I'm sorry, no?
Montrose, Joseph.
Criteria should be criterion.
Yes, because the is studying assiduously. That brings us to the end of the match. What's our final score, please, Scott?
We're going to have a rematch of last year's semifinal between Montrose A and Ithaca. Ithaca defeats Montrose B 310 to 75.
Well played, though. Both teams a lot closer than the score seems to say it was. We'll be back to validate that score and say goodbye to our friends on TC3's High School Challenge 2013. Scott, is that score official?
Yes, it is. Ithaca 310, Montrose B 75.
All right, well played, though, both teams. Montrose, we thank you for bringing up 2 teams this year. One of them's going on, the other isn't. But we are very happy with having seen those both teams play. Ithaca, you're going to go on and play Montrose in the semifinals. And thank you for watching High School Challenge. We hope to see you here again next time. Bye-bye, everyone.